Hello, comic book guys and gals, and welcome to Comic Mag Musings Live. This rascal's your host, Bill Miller. All right, I'm very excited. We have a tag video originally started by Alex the Comic Hoarder. And the purpose of the video is to display your top 10 first appearances. So I went a little bit different. These aren't necessarily my top 10, but they're 10 good ones, and they're all raw. So I didn't want to show any graded. So we got all raw, and we're just going to try to mix it up a little bit. Alex, good to see you, sir. Thanks for hopping in. I appreciate that. All right, let's get started. We've got all new Wolverine number 2. Hey, Roger, I think that rascal Roger might have shown this one, or it was one of his giveaways. It's one or the other. This is the A cover, first appearance of Gabby, a clone of X-23, later named Honey Badger, not to be confused with Tyrann Mathieu, who used to play for the Arizona Cardinals and most recently played for the Kansas City Chiefs. So all new Wolverine number 2. Roger says it is a prize in his giveaway, his prized giveaway, if you will, which we're getting very close to. So if any of you would like to participate, be sure to head over to Metarog's channel, check out his 1,500 subscription contest. Lots of good prizes, lots of fun. You can leave a comment or make a video, and you get a certain amount of entries based upon either one. You need to tag another community member, and they get an entry. And gosh, I did a video for this. You need to enter at least 2 other comic book community contests, and show some cool comics too. James, as Roger says, Gallegos, although that's not correct, Roger. I've told you that 100 times. It's Gallegos. Good to see you, James. Richard, how are you? Way down in Tucson, Arizona. How's that treating you, sir? All right. That is number 1. All new Wolverine number 2. And I'll do a summary at the end. But before I begin, again, this contest was started by Alex, the Comic Hoarder. He has it as a tag video / contest. I'm not entering his contest, but I did want to do the tag video because I was tagged by 2 of my buddies, BUB'S World and Jambo Comics. And I've got Alex's, BUB'S, and Jambo's links in the description. And at the end, I will tag 5 people as well. So that's part of it. After you show your top 10 first appearances, Alex asked that you tag at least 5 other community members and ask them to do a video as well. Darren, good to see you, sir. Appreciate you stopping in. Well, Tucson's not far, or Phoenix isn't far behind you. We've been hitting a couple 90s this week, so I think the good times are over for a few months. Then that does not count. I will contact Alex immediately and make sure that your entry is stricken from the record, sir. All right, our next comic that we have is The Eternals, number 3. This is from 1976, the first appearance of Cersei. Story and art by Jack Kirby. Hey, don't I have any blue wrenches to get rid of the riffraff? What's going on, Raul? Good to see you. I think that was a shot over the bow at me to you, Darren. I think he wants your foot to block this comic book so you can take in all of this handsomeness without the distraction of the Eternals issue number 3. Yeah, I'm too lazy to change that wrinkled bag. This is maybe a mid-grade, so it's probably not important enough to me to change it. So I'll probably just leave it in this. I think I got this for like $2 at a show. It was like a couple years ago. VFW hosted like maybe 10 or 15 vendors. Man, it was packed in that place. And one had like some bronze for $2 a piece. And so I think that's where I picked this up. So that's Eternals number 3. And this one, there it is. Whoa. This one I got off of, I think like Neighbor app or something like that, with a bunch of that run of Wolverine. All right. Next, number 3. We have, of course, Shogun Warriors number 1. First appearance of the Shogun Warriors in comic books. Really, first appearance at all. Because they're based on, they're like, the different characters are taken from several different Japanese television shows. And then they had some toys as well, first associated with those television shows, and then ultimately associated with the comic book as it brought them together. So Shogun Warriors number 1. All right, that's 3. Number 4, we've got Devil Dinosaur number 1 from 1978. This is the first appearance of the dinosaur that is also a devil. So I got this at some antique, a pretty big antique, indoor antique shop. Has 2 floors. And one day a few years ago, they had like a comic sale where all the people that sell comics there put them all together. They had $1, $2, $5 boxes. So that's where I picked this up. Roger's favorite, Moon Boy. So Devil Dinosaur number 1. How dare you, James? Yeah, you know, you would think so, but no ROM in this one. But we do have the green skin lady with She-Hulk number 1. I don't know why it's in this Mylar. That's what I got it in. I got this from a trade with someone locally, maybe a year and a half ago. No, I'm not changing those bags. They're not worth changing at this point. Comics have to, the value has to go up a little bit before I change those bags. So this is definitely a low to mid grade. Got a lot of dirt on it, and that's probably what pulls it closer to low. But there are some color breaking spine ticks. It's a good, honest reader copy, and that's fine by me. So, first appearance of She-Hulk, Savage She-Hulk, issue number 1. What is that? That's 5, right? All right. Yeah, that's what it came in. when I made the trade. I traded some graded DC books. I can't remember for the life. I know one of them was, I think like Cyborg on the cover of New Teen Titans. But I traded some new, not new, but some graded DC books for that. The Negative Space Wolverine that's all yellow. An X-Men #9. A Incredible Hulk Annual #1. I don't remember. Maybe there was one or two other books. I don't recall. All right. Now this one is a very special book. Not just to me, but to all of my friends in the chat, because this is the first cover appearance of Comic Mag Musings. Final Crisis, issue #7. It's also the first appearance of Calvin Ellis, the third African-American Superman. But I got it because it's the first appearance of me on a comic book cover. So someone in the comments of one of my videos said, hey, there's a Superman that looks just like you. You got to check it out. And so I did. And I don't know. I wouldn't say it's a spitting image, but I do see a little bit of likeness in the fact that we're both handsome, strong, trustworthy, honest, and heroic. So there you are. Final Crisis, issue #7, B cover, I believe. First appearance of CMM on a comic book cover, and first appearance of Calvin Ellis. Yeah, it's a foreign concept to Roger, but some of us are honest. And sir, I will work with you, and I will be able to get you there. I promise you. Good point. Good point. Can't forget that. My humility might be my best quality. All right, next we have, of course we have, Micronauts, issue #1. Look at that bag. I always say, read a comic and apologize profusely for the glare. This is from 1979, Dave Cockrum cover, first team appearance of the Micronauts, and first appearance of Baron Karza. And a cool little homage cover to Star Wars. All right. Next. What number is this? I'm losing track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so this one's what, #8. We have Savage Tales, issue #1 from 1971. John Buscema painted cover. And this is the first appearance of this fella. What's going on, Ranger Sly? Good to see you, sir. So that's #8. Savage Tales, issue #1. It's an honest reading copy. I think I'm probably too late to get a high-grade copy, but that's okay. For #9, we have, of course, Savage Sword of Conan from 1974, the beautiful Boris Vallejo cover. Now, this is the first appearance of Blackmark, but that's not the important reason. The most important first appearance is the first appearance of the chainmail bikini on the Sonya that is red. So Savage Sword of Conan #1. First appearance of the Chainmail Bikini. First appearance of Black Mark. All right. And those are our top 10 comic book first appearances. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Rut-row. Or one short, but never fear. Never fear. I wouldn't let you down because we have number 10 in here and we just need to do an unboxing. That's quite possible. Of course, all of those are plant covers, Darren. You know that. All right, so we have our trusty box cutter made for right-handers. And let's get to cracking this open. And we will find out what our 10th first appearance comic is. This is Jackson's favorite part. Unfortunately, he wasn't let out of his work release program from the penitentiary today, so he will have to watch this on rewind. True enough. Rarely do I know what these are, but in this case, I do know what this is. Usually I have boxes sitting for months, but not this one. I was having a crisis of conscience when it comes to whether or not I should get this book. Because when it comes to silver forward, I'm a high-grade collector. Golden Age is another story, but silver forward, I'm a high-grade collector. And in most cases, if I can't get the grade I want, I just would rather not have the book. And so I was kind of vacillating between whether or not to get this one or just let it go because I'm not going to be able to get a high-grade copy. But I decided, yep, I'll try and get it. And I got what I thought was a pretty good deal. And so I'm excited to see it. So I've got some styrofoam with tape. Let us see. All right, and then between the styrofoam, we've got some bubble wrap, definitely packed really well. And on the bottom, cardboard and more bubble wrap. So got that going for us. I have the first Peanuts. No, actually, I don't have that. Their first appearance is in Tip Top. What is it, like 78 or something like that? I have the first in their own comic. That would be a good one. And yeah, that is getting pricey. First Moon Knight, nope, I don't have it. And I think that might be one of those that I'd rather, if I can't have it in high grade, I probably don't want it. But that's a good idea. Let's do some guesses. I bet you do. A great guess, Sly, but nope, not a Star Trek book. Anyone else with a guess before I reveal what it is? Wow, this might be a challenge. Plenty of tape. This thing was not going anywhere, I don't think. So we've had Tomb of Dracula, great one, but that would be the same for me as Werewolf 32. If I can't get in high grade, I probably don't want it. Man, this thing is taped like nobody's business. Jeez Louise. Okay. First Roy Rogers, nope, not a bad book. Conan 275, nope, it is not that one. That one shouldn't be too expensive. And it's the last one, but and I don't have that one either. But I don't think that would be too expensive to get in high grade. I was never really even planning on getting that one because for that run I'm collecting 1 through 20, actually 1 through 40. And so I wasn't necessarily planning on getting that Conan. All right, jeez. All right, well, what's a safe way to do? I'd rather not cut the book. That would stink. I'd rather not cut myself either. First space, 1999. All right, you're drunk. Braggart. Quit bragging. Some of us are going to have to work till the day we drop. Hey, this thing is taped like nobody's business. Jeez. I get protecting it. Wow. Because it feels like there's a possibility I will cut the book. That's what's got me kind of concerned. And it was a little bit pricey. There he is. What's going on, Sean? Good to see you, sir. Thanks for dropping in. So I guess I'll just take this thing apart piece by piece. So now we've got it to this. All right. If I can get this side. It's the tape's right up against the book. All right. He thinks we've got it. Or not. Wow. Let's carefully cut this last bit of tape off. Man. Did it. All right. Raul says, best unboxing ever. I appreciate that, sir. I really do. I do my best. But it's the little people, such as yourself, with your kind words that make all the difference. Yeah, good point. All right, so here it is. The first appearance of Vampirella. Super excited to have this one. I said I was on the fence about whether I wanted to have it or not if I couldn't get it in high grade, and I'm very glad that I decided to get it. And I would say, I mean, it's got some little issues, right? Couple spine ticks. Definitely, you can see right there, it's got some color breaking, several little color breaking creases, but for the most part, it's in pretty good shape. I'd say a 5.5 to a 6.5. So I'm over the moon. And this thing will stay raw. Unless I get like some beater reading copy, then maybe I would grade this, but otherwise, I'm not going to grade this. I think I'll have it just like this. So very excited about that. That is my 10th Vampirella #1, the first appearance of Vampirella. I bet. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Imperious Flex, how are you? Good to see you. Don't talk about me like that, Darren. True. I mean, they were oftentimes read, right? And supplies to keep magazines safe always seem to lag behind supplies to keep comic books safe. So, especially storage boxes. So they're oftentimes never stored properly. Yeah, no doubt. You ain't joking. Yeah, I wish I had 10 of those. All right, so I will do the recap for first appearances. Vampirella #1. First appearance of Vampirella. Savage Sword of Conan #1. First appearance of Black Mark. But more importantly, the first appearance of Red Sonja's Chainmail Bikini. Or as Roger says, Bikini. Savage Tales #1. The first appearance of Man-Thing. Micronauts #1, the first appearance of the Micronauts team and Baron Karza, that baddie in the back. Final Crisis #7. The B cover, the first appearance of Comic Mag Musings on a comic book, and also the first appearance of Calvin Ellis, the third African-American Superman. She-Hulk #1, first appearance of She-Hulk. Devil Dinosaur #1, the first appearance of Devil Dinosaur, and as Roger has pointed out, it's also the first appearance of Moon Boy. Shogun Warriors #1, the first appearance of the Shogun Warriors in comic books. They were in other media prior to that. Eternals #3, the first appearance of Cersei. Yes, that would have been funny and devastating. And we have All New Wolverine #2, the first appearance of Gabby, or as she later became known as, Honey Badger. Me too. That's one of the ones I collect, Sly. So that is it. That is my top 10. I want to thank Alex the Comic Hoarder for coming up with this tag video. I want to thank Bub from BUB'S World and Jambo from Jambo Comics for both tagging me. And I will tag 5 people. And these 5 people, their channel links are in the description as well. I am tagging ComicHead 84, Kenneth, he answers to on occasion. I am tagging Man Cave Comics. I think he's due for his annual video that he puts out on his channel. So hopefully this will be it for Man Cave Comics. I'm tagging Geek Out with Rosko. Several of my cover slingers homies. I'm tagging CapN Comics. And I'm tagging Triple G Comics. So it's possible that one or more than one of these rascals have already made a video for this tag. I haven't seen all of them, but I don't think so. So those are my 5. ComicHead 84, Man Cave Comics, Geek Out with Rosko, CapN Comics, and Triple G Comics. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful Saturday evening. And always remember, we're taking over the world. one comic book at a time.